So I've been testing out this thing, the Tangzu Waner or Waner SG IEM. It's the studio edition. A lot of people kept bringing this up in the comments, so I thought I should take a look, and I'm glad I did, because this might be the overall best sounding one I have tried in this price. Everything about this is slightly above what you expect. Even the unboxing experience was fairly premium for this price. Well, at least until I noticed that the IEMs themselves had dislodged from their, the designated spots and they have fallen inside. Kind of embarrassing, but I guess shit happens during shipping, so it's okay. There are like designated compartments for everything, for the ear tips and the cable. They could have just thrown everything together in a plastic bag, but they didn't. I appreciate the thoughtfulness, that's nice. I noticed that the cable's texture is really similar to my Blonde BL03's cable. I instantly felt the similarity. That's not a bad thing. I prefer this over those plastic tube feeling things. But I did notice that things change a bit near the ear hook, like apparently it's much stiffer so that you can adjust it however you wish. I don't like that. I think it's too much of a design innovation that no one asked for, and I felt I was right when I wore it for the first time. It was way too stiff. I had to manually adjust this thing around my ear quite a lot. If they had just kept it loose and rubbery, it would have automatically adjusted to the shape of my ear under its own weight. Don't try to fix something that isn't broken, Tangzu. But these sound really good. They are much easier to listen to for a beginner. They are remarkably similar again to the Blonde BL03, except these have better low-end performance. So the sub-bass presence on these is nicer, and it actually extends a little bit wider than the Blonde. Like, it does approach the mid-range a little bit, but it doesn't overpower it in any way. You can clearly tell them apart separately. And the high end is really nice too. It's not fatiguing at all, especially for people like me who are slightly sensitive to treble. What I'm basically saying is these are an extremely pleasant earphone to listen to. Yes, even better than the Blonde BL03, especially for beginners. You probably won't find anything unconventionally different here which may make you uncomfortable. These are super easy to get into. If this dumb earhook design was improved, I could have easy recommended these over the BL03. Now, these aren't the champions in one particular thing. For example, the KZ Caster has much better high end. The 7Hz02 has much better mid-range. But these are like an 8 out of 10 across the board. It's like a solid recommendation without any specialties. That's better than having one strong suit and everything else being weak. I'm specifically talking about the 02. It was nice, but it was lacking in the sub-bass and top end a bit too much for me. These are warmer and wider than the BL03 without sounding fatiguing like the KZ ZSN Pro or anything else. And yes, these are more pleasant than the KZ Caster that I listen to. Caster is good, these are better. And again, I mean better in the sense overall, like they can handle anything you throw at them. They don't have any one specific strength, so you can listen to any music you want. At least based on the songs I tested, there was nothing that would throw the Waner off balance. And that is solid for the price. So yeah, now I understand why so many people were recommending that I should check these out. Yes, if you were curious about this, these are worth picking up. Now the one I tested here doesn't have a microphone, so that's something to keep in mind. And yes, I guess you could buy a spare cable to, get rid of this stiff earhook design. But the whole point of a budget IEM is that you don't have a lot of budget to spend, isn't it? That's the whole premise. I mean, if you're buying a $200 IEM, sure, go ahead, get an extra cable, get two. But IEMs in prices like these should be like at least basic and reliable. They shouldn't have all these extra stuff which just adds more inconvenience. That would be my feedback to Tangzu regarding this cable. Everything else is solid. I like it. No complaints. There's a link in the description to these IEMs at the best price. You can check them out. Let me know which other IEM I should test out.